You're listening to the Empire Network.
Hello, gamers across the world. This is Hyperspace Gaming on the Empire Network. It is a beautiful day today to bring you all of our news, reviews, and anything else about the gaming world that you could ever want or need. I am your host, McMahon. It is truly a pleasure to be here with you. Joining us tonight is our panel of esteemed gamers. First on the panel, Sage, how you doing?
I'm doing, man. I'm really excited to be getting this venture going here. Hyperspace Gaming. We have great artwork by Jake Damon. We have an excellent set of, internal hosts in Mondo, Adam, DP, and myself, and then you, the producer here. And you're actually going to jump into DP's role tonight as everyday life has taken him away from his ability to record tonight. So regardless, DP's contributions to the show are greatly appreciated. I'm excited to be here. Are you?
I'm always excited. Always excited. But not as excited as the next guy. Adam, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
You see, you can just feel the excitement.
I'm overwhelmed with excitement right now. You just can't tell.
He's oozing more than Ivan Ooze.
He's oozing more than machismo. And as always, the somber, the quiet. You hardly ever actually hear him. Mondo, how you doing?
Man, I am doing flippin' awesome. I've been looking forward to this show to start since we first drew up the plans for it. Gaming is like my bread and butter. Like that is, man.
He
This is
literally
awesome.
eats games.
I do.
Just throwing it out there.
Cartridge or disc?
Both. Although the cartridges come out a little harder than the discs. Little harder on the digestive tract there.
I take it your roughage is game manuals?
It is.
Always nice to know the diet of a wild Mondo. But let's rein it back in before we start talking recipes for your Fallout discs. And it is very early here in January 2016, so what better time to talk about the year of gaming that was 2015 than by giving you our top 10 video games of 2015. Mondo, you're going to start us off at number 10.
I am. So this is a game that I was so excited when it was announced, and that's
Actually,
Lego
if I
Jurassic
may
World.
interrupt, I apologize. Yes, cutting off Mondo is a habit on all shows. We just want to let the audience know that the way this list was compiled, this isn't, pen to paper absolute 10 best games of 2015 said by everybody. This is our own 4 personal opinions between myself, DP, Adam, and Mondo compiled into a massive list. And what happened is if you had something rated first, you got 10 points for it. If you had something rated second, you got 9 points for it. We put all 4 lists together. We took the top 10 games that scored the most points, and that's how we got our top 10. Now, I apologize, Mondo. You were saying...
Number 10,
so
Mondo.
Number 10 for me was Lego Jurassic World. This was a game when it was announced. I was really excited, and I was more excited to play it. You basically get to go through all 4 Jurassic Park films, and I guess Jurassic World's Jurassic Park. But the cool thing about it is they actually took dub cut from the movies and laid it into the game. And the game is almost scene for scene the movies. And that's just incredible. That's something I've always wanted. It's like a third-person style Jurassic Park game, and you get it. And not only that, you know how the Lego games now, they do the open world. Well, each movie has its own open world, and in the first one, you actually get to go through Jurassic Park, and the same with Jurassic World. You get to go through the theme park, so pretty cool experience. If you haven't checked it out, it is available on all gaming platforms.
I know this. My little guy Zach has had a chance. He has it at his mom's place. and he raves about it. And I mean, if he raves about it, then obviously it's captured kids' imagination. I can't say anything personally. I haven't played it.
The only Lego game I have yet to play myself. Still trying to finish Beyond Gotham.
Alrighty, let's move on to number 9.
Adam.
Coming in at number 9, we got Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Now, for me, this game wasn't very highly anticipated until I started seeing the previews for it. Going off of last year's Call of Duty, wasn't very good. And this one, it's like the first mission in the campaign you play. It just like grabs you and says, "Holy cow, this thing is going to be good." Just has that whole mentality of playing it.
Ironically, that's the game I'm working on right now. Is I'm trying to finish this game up. I do want to point out with this Call of Duty Black Ops 3, in the campaign, you don't actually get the jetpack, so it's kind of a more down-to-earth Call of Duty, maybe in a way.
Once again, another game on the list that I have not played.
You couldn't pay me to play Black Ops 3. All right, number 8 is on this list as a preview, and that is Ark Survival. All right.
Now, can I just say, when we compiled these lists together and I was reading a couple of people post about it, I have absolutely no idea what this game is. None. Have never seen a trailer.
I call it
have never
Minecraft
seen an image.
for real men.
That game is amazing. It's like the first ever console survival game. Like you have 1.5 million different survival games on the PC, but this is the first ever one on the console, and they hit almost everything to a T on what you can do. Like you're stuck on a deserted island with nothing but dinosaurs and yourself, and you start out with completely nothing, and you have to go and collect resources and gather to build up supplies and whatnot, and slowly you start earning enough supplies so you can start building better stuff. Like first you start out with stone tools, and once you gather enough resources, then you can go gather like metal, and then boil the metal into like ingots and whatnot. So then you can make metalworking and whatnot. And the entire time you have to constantly watch that you don't die of starvation or thirst, and the constant threat of being eaten by dinosaurs.
Yeah, you can even poop in that game. It's pretty funny.
Well, you really don't control it. It just kind of happens.
Yeah. Your guy farts and
No, you can control it because you can manually poop.
You can manually do it, but it'll just happen. You know, I mean, there have been several times I've been playing it where I'm running away from a dinosaur because I'm, accidentally running into them far earlier than I should, and your character just decides to drop a deuce while you're running away from a dinosaur. It's like, yeah, it's appropriate, but better time? Anyway, it took me 45 minutes out of the hour preview to find fiber.
Here's a Mondo tip. Don't eat your poop.
I really don't think that should have to be said out loud.
I did it accidentally in the game. I was like, at first I didn't realize I took a Duke, and I looked, I was like, oh, what's this? It says I can eat it. So I ate it, and I got sick and died.
I don't
That's
know
one
what
poisonous
more to say
poop.
to that. PS4
He died of
players,
E. coli.
look for it in June. PC and Xbox One, you can get it on the preview now through Steam or through your Xbox One. Number 7, Sage.
Dragon Ball
Xenoverse.
Xenoverse. I was going to say Xenoverse. I'm a huge Dragon Ball guy. I've seen every single episode of Dragon Ball TV up until the Dragon Ball Super, which still doesn't have a English release date, so I'm getting more tempted, pardon me. I haven't played this game, but I've heard good things from Evo, and I feel like he's the guy that should take this away from here.
By far, this is probably story-wise, it's probably the best Dragon Ball series game besides of Dragon Ball Online, which I haven't had a chance to play, and that's more like an MMO type game. But where Dragon Ball gives you a different set of storyline, to where you have to go, get to relive all the previous battles, but with interesting twists while you combat the story and whatnot. All in using your own created character that you get to make, and you get to choose between 4 different races. You can be a Saiyan, an Earthling, a Namekian, or Frieza's race. And the amount of detail and whatnot and everything is amazing. Like there's different cutscenes throughout the whole game, and they're fully animated, like it's an actual TV show you're watching. So they paid a lot attention to detail, and the combat system is really smooth and easy to pick up on compared to previous games.
Okay.
I know Mondo's played it a little bit. What's your opinion on it?
I like it quite a bit. And exactly what Adam was saying here is that the combat system, it feels like you're watching an episode of Dragon Ball Z. Like, that's how fluid it is. It's pretty awesome. I like the create a character too. That's kind of adds an element to it. You know, you kind of create your own Saiyan, which is cool.
And I'll add it, to add something to it. The DLC that they've come out with leads it right up into the new series, which is Dragon Ball Super, that introduced the Super Saiyan God and then the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan form.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to get a game that that came out before the new manga or series, however you want to say it, and they included the new stuff already.
All right, number 6, Mondo.
Alright, so coming in at number 6, we've got Battlefield Hardline. Now, this is a game that was delayed a couple times. Very fun game, though. This last year, I think I had, with the exception of one other game on this list playing online, I had the most fun playing this with everybody. The game modes were kind of fun. It's a little different from your traditional Battlefield. You're a cop, right? So it's different. It's cops and robbers online, basically. I thought the campaign was pretty fun. A little different at times, but again, sometimes that's what makes a game stand out, right? Is its individuality. So it's a pretty fun game. Battlefield Hardline you can pick up on all major consoles except the Wii U. Poor Wii U. Or if you have EA Access, which was announced today, that will be going to the PC later on this month, I believe. That's also on there as well, so you can try that out.
Great stuff. Fun game. It was always fun, getting in the cars and just driving around and actually getting points for driving in a car. You didn't need to get kills to level up, which was a nice change of pace.
Yeah.
And of course, the cops and robbers element. It was new. It was different. It made the story mode actually interesting to not just, you don't just go in guns blazing and feel like you're, wasting your time.
Exactly. And that objective-based online, objective-based gameplay is a little different. It's fun to play from time to time. Playing a game like Call of Duty where you're just going around and you're getting kills left and right. That's fun, right? But
it's fun for a while.
It is.
But unfortunately, that can be said about Battlefield Hardline. It was fun for a while, but I don't know many people who still play it.
A lot of people still play it, but they're lacking so severely on their DLC this time around compared to previous ones.
For me, it really bugs me with gamers now, and it's why I don't buy many games anyway, other than the fact that they're insanely expensive up here in Canada, is it still has life. I absolutely know the 4 of us could get on Battlefield Hardline right now, play it, and have a blast on the Hardline mode. It was amazing. I could totally play it right now and be absolutely thrilled. It's the people that buy a game, turn around, trade it in 2 weeks later, or they don't trade it in 2 weeks later. I mean, it's their prerogative, but they say they're going to be into a game. And then they play it for 3 days, and I've played it too much, and I'm done. I won't name names, but that really bugs me.
Everybody knows somebody like that. You don't need to name names.
Or they say they don't want to burn themselves out on it, so they stop playing it for 3 years.
And then when they decide they want to come back to it, everybody else is kind of, I'm done with that game.
It's like that game already lived its course. Yeah, we're not playing it again.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but that's the way the gaming trends nowadays. And that's going to round out the first half of the top 10, so let's run them back through. Number 10, Lego Jurassic World. Number 9, Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Number 8, Ark Survival Evolved. 7, Dragon Ball Xenoverse. And number 6, Battlefield Hardline. To start us down on the top 5, Adam, number 5.
Number 5, we got one of the greatest games, in my opinion, that came out this year, which is The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3 is hands down one of the greatest games I have ever played. And being that that was the first Witcher game I ever played, I kind of wish I would have played the other two. But the game itself is it literally takes forever to beat it, even if you're trying to rush through it. Because there's so many different things you can do in there. You could play cards, gamble, kill people, all sorts of different things. And the story is immense, and the map size is ridiculously huge. Like if you go from one end of the map to the other end on horseback at full gallop, it literally takes you 35 minutes to get to the other side.
It is truly a phenomenal game. I picked it up myself as a Christmas gift for myself. I've been playing it since Boxing Day, and oh my, I am well north of 20 hours, and have only done maybe 2 or 3 actual story missions.Ey're that intensive.
That game's easily 100 hours right there.
No doubt.
Almost that's like halfway through 100 hours.
No doubt. I had the opportunity to play the first Witcher game. It was on a Steam sale back earlier in the fall, and I picked it up and didn't really like the combat system back then. But by the time you get to The Witcher 3, the combat system has evolved. It's phenomenal. It's awesome. I'm enjoying it. It is a great game. If you haven't played it yet and you like, if you're a Skyrim fan or an Elder Scrolls fan in general, or just a fan of the open world RPG, you need to play this game. It's that good.
And the graphics on it are breathtaking.
Phenomenal.
Some of with the scenery, certain scenery spots it's like you're standing there in real life.
Don't play it with children, though. You run into boobies pretty quick. Don't play it with children.
And it's gory.
Gory and boobies. They're pretty quick. So
That's my kind of game right
Be
there.
warned if you're playing near children.
See, I picked that game up. I haven't had the chance to start it. I'm trying to get through some of this other backlog from earlier in the year, because I know it's a game that's going to take forever. But those are the kind of games I like, where you get your money's worth out of it.
Pick it up, put it down. Pick it up, put it down. It's phenomenal.
You get the long story to begin with, and then the friendly price DLC from it adds an additional, like each additional DLC pack, because there's 2 main ones that are coming out. One already has come out, but each DLC pack adds an additional 50 hours of gameplay. So it's like for the price of the game, it's a 200-hour game. Plus, for I think the DLC is only $10. For $10 extra, you get an initial 100 hours. So it's like that's a huge cup of tea to play.
Okay, great game, great price, great value. Let's take it to number 4, Forza 6. Haven't played a Forza game since Forza 2 myself, so somebody who has played it, pick this up and tell everybody why it's number 4.
So, Forza 6 was a revolutionary Forza game. It was the first Forza to introduce not only rain, but nighttime racing. Now, I will say one of the negatives to that is it's only on certain tracks and track variations. As a NASCAR guy, I was really looking forward to doing some night IndyCar racing in the rain at Daytona. But the game, I guess for the obvious reason, decided not to allow us to do that. But good game. The AI spot on. They went back to the cloud server where it picks up other gamers' characteristics. So it's like you're playing an online race every time, even if you're just doing single player. So yeah, Forza 6. You can pick it up on the Xbox One. That is an exclusive, so it's a pretty good game.
Okay, Sage, number 3.
Well, coming in at number 3, is that highly anticipated title, 10 years in the making, Star Wars Battlefront, brought to you by DICE, aka EA. I was going to say EA Sports, EA Games. The game, to me, lives up to the hype. I've actually missed playing it. I intended to ask you guys a few times over the last couple of weeks if you wanted to play.
And yet you
Unfortunately, well, everyday life has sort of intervened. As you know, my life's pretty much going to be turned upside down until February 1st. But it's a great game. It lacks prequel content, obviously. I'm not going to deny that. There's a bunch of downloadable content coming out. The hero modes are fantastic. The game is worth buying. And when they first announced the Season Pass, it sounded like the Season Pass was a given. It was definitely worth buying. But at that point, they'd also had said that Episode 7 content would come down the road after the movie was released. And they retracted that. And there won't be any Episode 7 The Force Awakens content in this game, which is unfortunate. So my stance on this game is unless the Season Pass and the DLC blows you away, the base game's worth buying, but I wouldn't buy any special editions of it. And I wouldn't buy the Season Pass till you see what it includes. The Battle of Jakku mode, though, fantastic. Probably my favorite game mode.
Definitely a fun game mode. I'm more a fan of still of Hero Hunt, Heroes versus Villains myself, but you can't go wrong no matter what game mode you play. Great game all around, fun to play, and you can pick it up and play it with somebody in your living room or in just two people can actually play this game and still have fun. Number 2, Mondo.
Number 2 is a game that came out last February, I believe. Dying Light. This game is phenomenal. Graphically, one of the best games on the Xbox One, PlayStation 4. I don't know what that starter was, but it is a phenomenal game. It's a zombie game. If you've ever played Dead Island, it's kind of like Dead Island meets Far Cry in a way. That's kind of what it reminded me of. And surprisingly, they're actually coming up with DLC for that, I think, within the next month or two. So that game is still being supported by the devs, which is always nice to see. It's a good game. If you haven't checked it out, it is available on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC.
And the game had a pretty good co-op mode too, where you could jump in with a buddy and play co-op.
Yeah,
the co-op mode was the best part about it, in my opinion.
Oh yeah. What's also cool is at night, all the zombies got tougher and they changed.
Oh, that game at night turned insane.
You're crazy
fast.
to be running around out at night.
Exactly.
mean, there are a few times I got stuck out at night, and God help you if you get stuck out at night without a flashlight or
UV light.
Or any kind of light. God help you. Godspeed, you're gonna need it. Okay, great game, definitely fun, well worth pick up if you haven't already, and you could probably find it a little cheaper than when it came out by this point. Not by a whole lot, but a few bucks is a few bucks. Number 1, rounding out the top 10, Adam.
We better get a drum roll for number 1.
That's
a Mondo roll. That's all you're gonna get.
Hey, it works. Coming in at number 1, we got, in my opinion, the best game of 2015, which is Fallout 4. Fallout 4 is the predecessor to Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3, which takes place 10 years after those two games, and it takes place in Boston, I believe it is.
Indeed. The fact you have to, I believe, knowing that Fenway is its own city, kind of weird.
That just shows you that Fenway Park's one of the greatest stadiums ever built to survive a nuclear apocalypse.
I don't know about that. It's just more of a, the game happens to be in Boston, so let's build Fenway.
But this game revolutionized the Fallout series with the different additions and whatnot that they added to the game. Like the big thing is being that you can create your own bases and whatnot. You have to go out. You have to gather supplies and you can go build a community if you want, depending on how big you want. And the more resources and you get for your base, the more people that go live there. You can set up trade routes so that you can have an income, like so you can have like basically a like trade center anywhere that you set up one of these things.
And of course now, finally, if you're playing in front of an audience and you pick up a random microscope or random object you find somewhere out in the wastelands, you're not just a hoarder. It actually serves a purpose. You can break these things down finally and get, crafting materials out of it. Screws, glass, everything that you need to build weapons, buildings. Everything you need to build can be built from random things you find in and amongst the wastelands, which truly makes it a huge improvement over past games. And let's not forget, first time in a Fallout game, the main character is voice acted. You actually have a voice now.
That's cool. No, that's a big plus.
That's a huge.
So just to review the top 10 one more time. 10 is Lego Jurassic World. 9 is Call of Duty Black Ops 3. 8 is Ark Survival Preview. 7 is Dragon Ball Xenoverse. 6 is Battlefield Hardline. 5 is The Witcher 3. 4 is Forza 6. 3 is Star Wars Battlefront. 2 is Dying Light. And 1 is Fallout. That is your top 10. Fallout 4, pardon me. That is your top 10 for this week. The top 10 best games of 2015. Tune in next week as we give you the top 10 most anticipated games of 2016. Guys, thanks for joining us. Fizz, thanks for hosting. Tune in next week for the best damn gaming show, period, boys.
Later, guys.
And girls.